Project Nimbus, Unveiled. What if the single greatest athletic achievement you ever witnessed was a lie? What if that impossible goal, that record-shattering sprint, that superhuman feat of endurance wasn't the result of talent and training, but of something far more sinister? We're not talking about steroids or backroom deals. We're talking about a weapon that's invisible, untraceable, and all-encompassing. We're talking about weaponized weather. Forget everything you think you know about fair play, because whispered in the darkest corners of intelligence agencies and sports science labs is a name: Project Nimbus. This isn't a fantasy. This is the alleged reality of a clandestine program so sophisticated, so powerful, it has the potential to rewrite sports history. The core premise is as simple as it is terrifying. A top-secret initiative designed to manipulate atmospheric conditions with pinpoint accuracy. But its goal isn't to end droughts or divert hurricanes. Its purpose is to gain an unprecedented, unbeatable edge in the world of elite competition. It's about forging unstoppable athletes and engineering victory from the sky down. Let's break down how this would even be possible. The idea of weather modification isn't new. It's been a documented reality for over 70 years. The most well-known method is cloud seeding. By dispersing substances like silver iodide into the air, operators can encourage water droplets in clouds to freeze and fall as rain or snow. Now, imagine this technology refined, miniaturized, and weaponized. Instead of seeding a vast area to help crops, imagine fleets of high-altitude drones, invisible to the naked eye, releasing microscopic particles over 1/2 of a football pitch. Or imagine stadium infrastructure itself, the towering light fixtures or communication arrays, secretly retrofitted to act as aerosol dispensers, subtly changing the atmospheric makeup in a targeted zone. This could create a sudden, game-altering downpour to slow down a faster opponent. Or, conversely, it could dissipate a gathering storm cloud that might have postponed a match, allowing a team that thrives in dry conditions to maintain its advantage. The control would be absolute. But Project Nimbus, according to the whispers, goes far beyond something as crude as just making it rain. The theoretical science plunges into the realm of electromagnetic manipulation. Think of programs like HAARP, the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, which conspiracy theorists have long claimed is capable of weather control by bombarding the ionosphere with energy. While the official line denies this, the underlying science is tantalizing. By projecting focused electromagnetic frequencies, it is theoretically possible to heat sections of the atmosphere, creating high and low pressure systems on demand. This is the key to controlling the most crucial and often most random element in sports, the wind. Imagine a World Cup penalty shootout. As the opposition's star player steps up, an invisible, localized pressure change creates a sudden, unnatural crosswind, just for a few seconds, pushing the ball inches wide of the post. To the millions watching, it's a tragic miss, a choke. But to the operators of Nimbus, it's a successful tactical strike. Think of a cycling tour. A rival team making a breakaway on a mountain pass is suddenly hit with a grueling, energy-sapping headwind that appears from nowhere, while the favored team enjoys a gentle, performance-enhancing tailwind moments later. It's the perfect crime, an act of sabotage blamed on Mother Nature. The ultimate goal, however, may not even be about directly influencing the ball or the track. It's about influencing the athlete. The human body is a finely toned biological machine, incredibly sensitive to its environment. Project Nimbus could exploit this by creating optimized performance bubbles. By subtly altering atmospheric composition in a targeted area, you could theoretically increase the partial pressure of oxygen. An athlete operating within this bubble wouldn't feel like they were breathing enriched air. They would simply feel incredible. Their stamina would be limitless, their recovery between sprints instantaneous. They would become, for all intents and purposes, unstoppable. Their opponents, breathing normal air just meters away, would be left gasping, wondering how this person is defying human biology. This is how you forge a legend that isn't born of grit, but of gas composition. This could explain those athletes who seem to have a second lung, who never seem to tire in the final, grueling minutes of a championship game. We credit their training regimen, but what if we should be crediting the unseen atmospheric engineers orchestrating their performance from afar? The whisper suggests that this technology is the crown jewel of a shadow war for global dominance, where Olympic gold medals and World Cup trophies are the new battlefields. The implications are chilling because it renders the very concept of a level playing field obsolete. If you can control the air your opponent breathes, the ground they run on, and the wind in their face, you aren't just playing the game anymore. You are the game. Rigging global sports. Creating a superhuman athlete is one thing, but the true world-shaking power of a program like Project Nimbus lies in its ability to scale up. It's not just about enhancing one player. It's about controlling the entire ecosystem of a sporting event. And there is no greater stage, no prize with more national pride and financial weight on the line than the FIFA World Cup. This is where Nimbus transitions from a tool of athletic enhancement to an instrument of geopolitical influence, capable of rigging the most watched events on Earth. The accusation is staggering. That pivotal moments in football history, moments of unbelievable triumph and heartbreaking failure, may not have been decided by skill or chance, but by a carefully executed atmospheric assault. Imagine the final match. Billions are watching. The fate of two nations hangs in the balance. One team is known for its lightning-fast, technical, short passing game. They thrive on a dry, perfect pitch where the ball moves like a pinball. Their opponent is a slower, more physical team that excels in messy, grinding battles of attrition. 10 minutes into the second half, with the technical team dominating, the sky opens. Not just a rain shower, but a targeted biblical downpour that turns their half of the pitch into a swamp. Their passing game dies in the mud. Every sprint becomes a struggle. The physical team, meanwhile, is now in their element. They win the war of attrition they were destined to lose just minutes earlier. Coincidence? Or a perfectly timed hydro attack? This level of control allows for a playbook of strategic interventions that are virtually undetectable. Consider the endurance drain. Using focused energy waves, operators could subtly increase the humidity and temperature in the specific quadrant of the stadium where the opposing team is warming up, or even around their bench. The effect would be insidious. The players would feel sluggish, they'd sweat more, lose electrolytes faster, and be more prone to cramping in the later stages of the match. Their coach and medical staff would be baffled, blaming poor conditioning or diet, never suspecting that their athletes were being systematically cooked by an invisible weather weapon. Then there's the aerodynamic foul. A star striker breaks through the defensive line, one-on-one with the keeper, ready to fire the winning shot. At the precise moment his foot connects with the ball, a microburst of turbulent air, a manufactured pocket of wind, materializes directly in the ball's path. It doesn't need to be a gale force gust, just enough to alter the spin, to make the shot sail a foot over the bar instead of into the top corner. To the world, it's a shocking miss. To the Nimbus operators, it's a successful defensive maneuver executed from 1,000 miles away. This forces us to look back at history through a new, deeply unsettling lens. Think of all the freak weather events that have defined major sporting moments. That sudden gust of wind that carried a long shot into the goal. That inexplicable fog that descended on a stadium, disrupting play at a critical moment. The blistering heat wave during one World Cup that seemed to completely drain one specific team known for playing in cooler climates. We dismissed these as acts of God, as the beautiful, unpredictable randomness of sport. But what if they weren't random at all? What if they were field tests? Early, less refined deployments of a burgeoning technology. The ethical nightmare this presents is profound. It means the legacies of some of our greatest sporting heroes could be built on a foundation of fraud. It means the tears of devoted fans, the joy and the sorrow, were reactions to a scripted play. The integrity of sport, the very idea that victory is earned through sweat and sacrifice, is completely shattered. It becomes a technological arms race where the nation with the best atmospheric physicists wins, not the one with the best athletes. And what about the athletes themselves? Their life's work, their entire identity is predicated on the idea of fair competition. To learn that the elements themselves could be turned against you, that your body could fail not because you didn't train hard enough, but because an enemy you can't see is actively working to degrade your performance, is a psychological burden too heavy to bear. It's the ultimate form of gaslighting waged on a global scale. So the next time you watch a game and see something that defies belief, ask yourself, was it a miracle? Was it a mistake? Or was it a mission? With Project Nimbus, the line between them may have already been erased forever.